Good morning, friends. We're out here on this beautiful morning. It's nice and cool today. Just pondering life, taking a look at the progress. We're getting lots of tomatoes, about 15 a day. The supersonics are coming in nicely. They're still just loaded with tomatoes. I'll start making my salsa today, which is exciting. I always get lots of requests for my salsa. I think I'm going to actually make a video about making salsa, so that will be fun. Still drying lots of basil, and I'll be making spaghetti sauce. I have one lonely cantaloupe, and the cantaloupe is pretty much stopped blooming. So I'm going to give it some fertilizer today. There's a few little blooms. See if that helps. My dog is barking at the neighbors. I know they love her. Maggie, be still. This is one of the heirloom rows. Black creme are just loaded. Squirrel casualty there. Look at them. They're so pretty. These are brandywines. And they're just full. The plants are just full of tomatoes. Look at that one. So cool. I love it. Got a few watermelons. I had a travesty here. This poor watermelon, I don't know if you can see it, but it grew through the fence and I didn't catch it, and now it is ruptured. Look at that baby. It's a Cherokee Purple, my favorite. I'll be harvesting these folks today. But I always harvest in the afternoon. That's when the sugar content is highest and your tomatoes will taste sweeter. I have to say, this is probably my all-time favorite cherry tomato. This is black cherry. They're so pretty, and I love just looking at them. And they're really sweet. Look at that. So pretty. Basil, the green beans are still making nicely. This mid-season garden is a challenge because all the critters are invading. We had a big invasion of beetles last week. There's the cilantro. And the weeds are getting out of control. That's just reality. So I'm still struggling with the plants that are in the containers. I harvested all the beets and cabbage this week. So I'm going to clean up this row and transplant some of my peppers into that row and some of my eggplant to see if they do better. The drama is real. Had to pause while my dog barks at the Airbnb people next door. So this morning, much to my chagrin, when my squash were just starting to look beautiful again, I came out to another infestation of squash bugs. So I have pruned all and killed all that I can find and doused them with diatomaceous earth. I'm just about ready to give up on the squash. I'm actually planting some in a different location for fall. So maybe these squash bugs will move on and I'll actually have a fall crop. My two guardians. We had a tree go down last weekend in the storm. So my sweet Dee was busy last weekend. Some of the leaf lettuce is coming up. I can't believe it, even though it's hot. The strawberries are just really filling in good. I'll probably have a fall crop. Gotta finish weeding. Weeding. That's the reality. The blackberries are looking really good. They've actually grown quite a bit. And I have a few little baby blackberries. I've picked a few off of these. And I need to get out and turn the vines. Here are celebrities and Goliaths. I'll be canning green beans today. I've got about 5 gallons picked. I need to can. Look at the cherry tomatoes. They're just going wild. I've already tied them up, and they're outgrowing and growing over everything. So I'm probably going to have to prune them back from the top, which is okay. My mint is starting to flower. I'm actually going to, that's a pokeweed. Lemon balm still looks kind of crappy. The Thai basil, oregano, sage, and the holy basil. So the cucumbers were attacked by beetles last weekend, and despite the pruning, I lost a lot of my cucumbers. I was out here working on them last night. You can see my pile of dead leaves. Here's some more. So this is a cucumber blight, and those little beetles that invade actually will spread it very quickly along your plants. So hopefully they will come out of it. I treated everything heavily with neem oil, and I seem to have the beetles under control. We'll probably be digging potatoes this week because the weeds are driving me nuts. And I actually have okra planted, but the potatoes have pretty much died back, so we can dig them. I'll have to get my sweet husband out here to do that for me. Lemon basil smells so good. So that's the reality of a mid-season garden. Beetles, squash bugs, and weeds. Oh my. Happy gardening.